This is the story of the drunk man and the preacher. Hope you enjoy. Well, started out there was a preacher and a drunk man. The drunk man was walking down the road and he met the preacher. And the preacher had something in the hand like this. So the drunk man asked the preacher, say, "Hey, what do you got in your hand?" And the preacher said, "This is the ticket to heaven." Well, the drunk man said, "Well, hey, can I have some of it?" The preacher said, "Sure. Let me break you off a piece." So the preacher was breaking off the piece. Gave the drunk man a piece of the ticket to heaven. Well, the drunk man said, "Hey, can I have another piece of it?" Well, the preacher was anxiously tearing the piece off. Ticket to heaven. He said, "Here." And then the drunk man said, "Thank you." Well, the preacher walked off and the drunk man walked off. And then next thing you know, the preacher dies. And then the drunk man dies. Well, the drunk man dies and walks up to the door of Jesus towards heaven. Knocked on the door and said, "Hey, I got a ticket to heaven." And Jesus said, "No, you don't." He said, "Yeah, I do. It's right here. Let me show you." Well, the drunk man gets his ticket out, getting ready to show Jesus his ticket. And then the drunk man shows him the ticket. And Jesus said, "This is not a ticket to heaven." So the drunk man said he was just shocked. Well, next thing you know, there came along the preacher with his ticket to heaven. Next thing you know, the preacher walks up to Jesus' door and said, "Jesus, I got a ticket to heaven." Jesus said, "Are you lying to me?" And then preacher man said, "No." Next thing you know, Jesus said, "Okay, well, show me your ticket." So the preacher opened his ticket and said, "This is my ticket to heaven." Jesus looked at the preacher man, smiled, and that's the story of Jesus in heaven, and also the drunk man and the preacher. Thank you.